Was this really that deep?
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that let you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, chop, chop.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. And I said welcome back to yet another video, y'all. And it's taken me a while to make this video, I guess. And I thought this was interesting. I'm not gonna cap. I be missing out on like a lot of time when it comes to making these videos. I'm not gonna cap to y'all. I be missing out on time. I know I'm like 6 days late or 7 whenever this video comes out, but Janet Jackson, yes, my love, Janet Jackson has made some ignorant comments apparently about Kamala Harris. Um, yeah, let's get into it. So let me see right here. I guess Janet Jackson, was on, was promoting the third, not the third, but the European leg of her concert tour, right? You know what I'm saying? And she was asked a question about Kamala Harris, right? And she was asked basically, right? You feel me? How is it that we may be on the verge of having a first black female president? You know what I'm saying? And then Janet Jackson replied, you know what they supposedly said? That she's not black. That's what I heard. I heard that she's Indian, you know. And it was also said, she also had said that her father's white. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. I was told that they discovered her father was white. And can I be real with you? Can I be real with y'all right quick? Yeah, she was wrong. She was. You know what I mean? She was yeah, she was incorrect. She definitely was. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, unfortunately, like we all know now, people fall victim to, false information. They do. They fall victim to false information. It happens. And it's unfortunate. And then that thing gets spread and spread and spread and it spreads and it spreads and it's very unfortunate. And Janet was wrong. Of course, she was incorrect. Do I believe she deserves all the backlash? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nah, what? The people are really being very vicious to her about these comments. I'm talking about very vicious. And I mean, it's it's like it's like y'all are doing way too much. And I mean way too much. Entirely way too much. The thing is though with Janet is that she wasn't purposely spreading misinformation. She wasn't trying to do it on purpose. Right? She's just saying what she heard. And it seemed like that it was just very kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like she wasn't trying to be malicious in any way. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't deserve all of this backlash. I'm talking about all of this backlash. She doesn't deserve all these news articles tearing her to shreds. She doesn't deserve DL Hughley going crazy on her. Like it's like, why is she being disrespected this much over these comments? I don't think it was worth this much, this much criticism. Honestly. Honestly, I really don't think so. Like, she wasn't trying to be disrespectful. She's just saying what she heard and this, that, and the third. And if she's corrected by it, you feel me? She apologized and, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my fault. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been victim of that before. I've been victim of being wrong, saying something that was incorrect, that wasn't true. And somebody told me, yo, Sean, da da da, this is this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, my fault. I don't believe all these news articles, all these terrible comments should really be going her way. Absolutely not. No, I don't. Nah, absolutely not. Social media went way too crazy with this story, and I mean very. What's it called? Carelessly. She made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I don't mind her being criticized for that mistake because I'm not gonna lie. You feel me? When you, I guess, when you get somebody's race wrong, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? You know, she is black and Indian. She is biracial. You know what I'm saying? So to say that her father was white when he wasn't, yeah, but she was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's been said that she has apologized for it. Yeah, she issued a statement. And Randy was the cause of all this. Apparently, Randy was the main one who told Janet that Kamala Harris' father was actually white. Shout out to Randy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Randy for all this. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you know, you can tell that she's not into politics. She even says she's not really into it like that. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't really pay attention to it, like on some real stuff. So it's like to take her words that serious. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe am I biased because I love Janet? Am I? Are these comments really not that serious to me? Like, are these comments not worth causing an entire like lynch lynch mob for? I don't think so. I've heard worse things out of a lot of different people's mouths, a lot of different celebrities' mouths. Not gonna cap. But yeah, Randy was the one who told her this, and she just repeat what Randy said. You know, Randy said the X, Y, and Z. That's what I heard. When you say that's just what I heard, it's like that really kind of shows me you didn't really mean nothing by it. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying what you heard. You don't know. You're not sure. You're just saying what you heard. Oh my gosh, bro. But you know, another aspect of this criticism is that Michael Jackson is catching strays from beyond the grave. How many times are y'all gonna bring up Michael and Janet problems, bro? How many times are we gonna have that? Like, are you serious? Like, a conversation about Janet is a conversation about Michael. Like, it always is. It really always is. Janet can't just be her own person. You know what I'm saying? Because people were bringing up Michael was because actually her the entire Jackson family because Janet was kind of basically in other people's eyes, you know, denying Kamala Harris's blackness or something like that. And y'all can already understand where I'm going with this one. They were saying, Janet, what about your family? It seemed like that most of them deny their blackness. Michael didn't want to be black, you know, that whole nonsense. Latoya is light skinned now. She was bleaching her skin. She doesn't have vitiligo. She just bleached. What color were Michael kids? What color are Michael kids? Half of your family doesn't even have any fully black descendants or something like that, you know, in this and the third. Basically saying that the Jackson family as a whole really denies their blackness in a way. And they're basically saying that, well, if your family denies their blackness, then who are you to come at somebody else's blackness? If I'm being real with y'all, I hate that so much. I really do. I really cannot stand that so much. I really can't. Bringing her family into this, even Tito, while Tito has just passed away, is like I'm kind of yeah. I was really kind of frustrated reading some comments, but you know I can't really let it frustrate me. It's social media. Social media is stupid. Social media has a lot of ignorant individuals on it, but it is what it is. You know, but back to Michael, bro. Like I said, I always knew that Michael Jackson had a lot of self-hate issues. We all know that Michael was extremely, and I mean extremely insecure about his entire like isn't his entire face, his entire likeness. Like he was always insecure about it. We know this. But his blackness was not a part of that. His blackness was not a part of that self-hate. The stuff Michael Jackson did for black individuals throughout his entire life is extraordinary. Giving black people their music back, the rights to their music back after getting the Beatles catalog. It's the list goes on what Michael did for black people, and it's like I'm tired of people trying to crucify his blackness. Yes, Michael Jackson got plastic surgery on his face. We know this. He had a lot of self hate issues, a lot of it. But his blackness wasn't a part of that. I'll always say that. I will always say that. I do not think Michael wanted to be white. I don't think so. I don't really think so. You know what I'm saying? People can really say what they want. I don't think he was trying to be a. He's not. He was. I don't think he was trying to be a white person. Absolutely not. No. Mm. Now, as kids, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, duh. Like, we know that Paris. Uh, I don't even want to talk about that. But we know, right? You feel me? That they aren't his blood type stuff. We know this already. But he raised those kids to be very respectful human beings. He didn't care about the race. He didn't care how they looked. He just wanted children of his own, and that was the way he did it. He raised those kids. They might not be blood related, but he raised those kids, and I think that should be enough, right? But people will still look side eye at that. But this conversation has devolved. It sickens me that Michael has been catching all these strays and her family is all because of these comments, these ignorant comments. Michael actually spoke about politics back in 2008, I think, and he didn't pick a side. He didn't really say anything. He kind of basically said that, I'm not really into politics. Basically, didn't really give no comment on that. Basically, kind of said that growing up, he wasn't really into politics. Like he wasn't really raised to be into politics. Wasn't really raised to, follow man to make laws for us. Da da da. Because religion and stuff like that he was a part of really didn't go for that. Um, and that was the perfect response. No backlash was made from that comment. No backlash at all. When I become famous, bro, I'm not going to talk about no politics at all. If I become famous, I will never talk about politics in my life. And I mean, in my life, I will never talk about politics. And I mean that so much. I'll never talk about politics. The thing is with politics is that people don't know how to act. Maybe this might be more than politics. This might be more than just politics because, I guess somebody's race is being questioned. But at the end of the day, I guess it started off as a politic type of question, but I will stay away from politic questions. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Somebody asked me about politics on what's it called? Instagram, right? You feel me? And when I say I'm not really into it, about voting and everything like that, I got blocked by all three accounts that individual had. And that individual posted me on its story, trying to, call me out saying, "Oh, he's not voting. If you're not voting, just unfollow me, remove me." And I'm like, she did all this because I'm not really into politics. I'm not really thinking about voting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really thinking about that at this moment. And I was just crucified by her. Her followers. They didn't care. I wouldn't mind hearing her out a bit, but when you're that rude and belligerent and just all around just crude and nasty about it, that's when you lost me, right? That's when you really lost me. And after that, no, I'm not talking about politics. Absolutely not. I'll actually make a whole video about craziness of politics. Absolutely. Never tell nobody who you're voting for. Never tell anybody what you're doing when it comes to politics or how you feel, because people will go crazy over that. Absolutely. Over their favorite candidate. Mm, mm, People will go crazy. Bro, we know some crazy Obama fans. Duh, we know a lot of crazy Trump fans, crazy Kamala Harris fans. And it's like, if you say one thing about them, you feel me, they will go crazy. Like, like stands. You feel me? Like stands. I'm never getting into politics on my channel until I'll talk about what's it called? I'll talk about the crazy people of politics because that's a very real subject to kind of talk about. I talked about politics back in 2020. Talked about that whole election year too, 4 years ago, crazy. But other than that, nah, y'all. I'm not gonna really talk about it like that. I don't think so. I don't think I should. But Janet, back to Janet. I got really sidetracked. But I feel like this still kind of correlates. Do y'all think so? I don't know. But back to it. Yeah, Janet apologized, and shout out to Randy. Randy was the one who told her this misinformation, and I think that's really should be it. Like after an apology, that should be it. No more going after her family. No more going after Michael. Rest in peace, Tito. Y'all need to let this woman grieve, because yeah, this that wouldn't help. Talking about her family, that's not gonna help. Yeah, nasty people on the internet, and I mean really nasty. It's just ugh, yikes. So that was the end of the video. I hope y'all really I guess understood where I was coming from in this video. I know I'm late on the Janet Jackson comments, but it is what it is. And yeah, the channel has been growing lately, y'all, and I'm planning on keeping it going. All right.
All right, y'all. This is apparently an update. Apparently Kamala Harris gave her feedback on the Michael Jackson trial back in 2005, and some people are kind of considering as Kamala Harris was a part of, trying to get Michael Jackson behind bars and whatnot. Because Kamala Harris used to be, deep in being a lawyer and stuff like that, and the DA, all that stuff. And if I could be honest with you, I don't think that that's what Kamala Harris is trying to do. I don't think Kamala Harris is trying to put Michael Jackson behind bars. I believe from what we see in the clip, she was just giving some advice on what could possibly happen in the case at that time. I will hope not, but she was a DA, so would it surprise me? Not really. Um, yeah, and the reason why I bring that up is because some people are kind of speculating as to that's why maybe the Jackson family isn't really so supportive of Kamala, or I guess people are trying to say that this is the reasoning for Janet Jackson's comments, right? There might be some secret animosity between Kamala Harris and the Jackson family because of, I guess, her involvement within the trial, which I don't believe she had any involvement in the trial. And I also don't believe those are the main reasons for Janet Jackson's comments. Janet Jackson was just referred bad information. Like, that's all it was. That's all it really was. I don't even think she even knew about Kamala Harris speaking on Michael Jackson's trial. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know nothing about that. But, it is what it is. Yeah. So, I thought that was an interesting thing that was pulled up. I saw it on Twitter, and actually I heard about it even a while back, that Kamala Harris was speaking on Michael Jackson's trial back in 2005. I'm rambling, so yeah. Hope y'all found that interesting.